Elliot Harrison's giving us the top 5 New Orleans Saints of all time, and here's a guy you associate with that franchise, the prototypical great player on a bad team, Archie Manning.
Yeah, Archie Manning, boy, 1971, he joined the team, and he could make plays, but boy, did he have to make so many plays.
He had to make plays.
It was like trying to catch plates in the kitchen in an earthquake, man, for him, you know? You're just trying to do as much as you can. Archie Manning got banged up a lot in the 70s, but by 1978, he really turned it on. You look at his 78, 79, and 80 seasons, really fine football from a guy who was not playing with a lot of talent around him.
Took a while for Sam Mills to get started. He was always too short. Played his career in the USFL before being picked up in the NFL, but man, a guy who played bigger than his body.
You bet, you bet. Very tough player, played inside linebacker, which you're referring to, playing bigger than his body. You got to mix it up at inside linebacker. Yeah, you got to get in there and make tackles. See him hitting Warren Moon right there. But luckily for Sam Mills, his break was that Jim Mora, who used to work for our network, Jim Mora Sr., was the coach of Sam Mills for the Stars in the USFL. So when Mora got the job in New Orleans, he knew that Mills was a heck of a football player, and what a career that he had in New Orleans.
Let's move on to number 3. You've got Willie Roaf here. Finished his career with the Chiefs, a 2012 Hall of Fame inductee. And for an average fan, watching a lineman, how do you assess how good a guy is?
Well, when you watch plays like this, where the defensive end isn't even getting like 2 inches on the guy, every time I watched Willie Roaf play, even late in his career, I was always amazed at how much he would just blot out somebody. Look, Grant Wistrom right there isn't getting anywhere. I don't even know why they double team. It's pretty ridiculous. But Willie Roaf would be higher on this list if he had played more than the 9 years. Not that 9 years is bad in New Orleans, but as you'll see from 1 and 2, why he didn't make it higher.
You go to number 2, Rickey Jackson, a linebacker, finished career with the 49ers, won a Super Bowl with them, but 1981 to 1993, he wore a Saints uniform.
13 years, and the thing about Rickey Jackson is he's an outside linebacker, pass rusher, who came in the league in 1981, which just happened to be the same year another outside linebacker who wore 56 for the Giants. So you got one guy in New York. Yeah, a little overshadowing, but Rickey Jackson, man, you look at the numbers, and they are ridiculous for him. 115 sacks while with the Saints, a Hall of Fame inductee, a 6-time Pro Bowler, and along with Sam Mills, number 51, who we mentioned earlier, and you see right there, a member of that famed Dome Patrol. And Rickey Jackson also credited with being one of the first guys to not wear the thigh pad so they could run faster. How about that?
Hey, how about 26 career fumble recoveries, too?
Yeah, that's a pretty good number.
Hey, this guy started his career in San Diego, but he got to New Orleans in a hurry, and he is synonymous with this organization.
You bet. You bet. Entering year 11, Mark, when they signed him in 2006, no teams were that eager to get him. The Dolphins were like, we'll have medical check you out. Whereas the Saints...
Questions about that shoulder.
You betcha. The Saints wanted him. And, I'll never forget it, too. He and his wife took out a full-page ad in the New Orleans Times-Picayune, I believe they call it, to say how appreciative they were to be in New Orleans. And he played like it. Got him to the NFC Championship his first year there. By year 4, you see it right there, the confetti. They won. That would have been, Super Bowl 44 against the Colts. He's been a brilliant player. The day Drew Brees hangs him up, literally he'll wait his 5 years and he will walk into camp.
Yeah.
He better be a unanimous first ballot.
Well, there you have it. Archie Manning, Sam Mills, Willie Roaf, Rickey Jackson, and Drew Brees. Elliot Harrison's top 5 New Orleans Saints of all time.
You know what's cool there? Archie Manning wearing the old uni.
I like that.